What is up, everyone? This is Omegabalmung here with another look at Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. But this time it is for the PS4. So it has finally come out for the PS4. Actually, it's been out for about a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks right now. And yes, it's technically the same game for PC and PS3. If you are a PS3 user and you do have a PS4, you can actually do a free upgrade to the PS4. But just to note to yourself, if you do upgrade from PS3 to PS4, your PS3 version actually becomes obsolete and you can't use it anymore. So just give that a thought. Maybe if you still want to play on the PS3 and you have your PS4 in a different part of the house, you probably do want to go buy yourself a copy for the PS4, so you can actually if you're playing on one system, one part of the house, and it gets taken over, you can go play in your PS3 or your PC or something like that. But like I said, you do get a free upgrade if you are a PS3 user and you do have a PS4. And this game is a cross-platform play, so you do get to play with other people's from different platforms like the PC, the PS3, and the PS4. So they all have they all intertwine to each other. There is no different servers other than the Japanese and English servers, but you can actually pick the Japanese servers if you really wanted to, so it doesn't really matter on that end. And like I said, if you do have, I have this for actually pretty much all the systems. I'm looking at PC, PS3, and PS4. I just did the free upgrade for the PS4, so the PS3 has become obsolete, but you do get the collector's edition for the PS4. The items, the fat chocobo, and there's like 2 or 3 other items you get from that. So that's what's pretty cool about it. You actually do get if you did buy the collector's edition, you do get the free collector's edition upgrade. If you buy the regular edition, you just get the regular edition upgrade. So just to just a little info here, but like I said, other than that, the game is still pretty similar. Other than a little bit of upgrades here and there, you do get all the content patches they have. You start it up, you get this whole big download. I think it was like 11 gig download for the launcher itself, and then once you launch the game, you get a pretty big download for the game itself, which is probably all the patches and all the little minor fixes the game has gone through since it first came out. I think earlier this year or last year, like November last year, somewhere around those times. And then you also get other little small updates. So be prepared for a pretty long download if you have a slower internet connection. It took me maybe an hour just to get all that stuff done, so it wasn't too bad. Other than that, like I said, from the PC version, PS3 to the PS4, PS4 version just fits right in between the PC and the PS3 version. It is better than the PS3 version, of course. It looks better. It plays better. It runs better, of course. Just pretty much whatever the PS4 version, PS3 version is, you could do it better on the PS4. It doesn't look as good as PC does. For me, of course not. I have actually a GTX 780, so I can run this bad boy of a pretty good, frame rate and stuff like that. All the technical words. It's but at the same time, this is an MMO. And it does kind of judder a bit on the PC, even on the PC with a 780, with everything kind of boosted up to the max. You probably want to even lower a few things down, but like I said, the PS4 is in between the PS3 and the PC version. It looks better than the PS3 version. It doesn't look as good as the PC version. It's not as sharp, but it's a lot better than the PS3 version. One little aspect that I like about the PS4 version is the fact that when you get into whatchamacallit them again, fates, you do have different And then if you haven't played the game yet and you're thinking about it, this is just me talking about the game itself. If I do want to make up the next episode, this part is just going to be pretty much me going through the beginning part of getting to the city and starting one mission, and that's pretty much it. But the next one will be more about getting into the game, playing the game, and me actually talking real time for this. Right now, I'm not really doing real time. I'm just doing VO over what I recorded from the other night. But like I said, the PS3 version, when you get into Fates, it kind of lags a bit. It gets very laggy, actually. The frame drops a bit. But at the same time, you're looking at, pop-ins. It takes a while for, mostly when you played, early on in the game, or you go into more of the bigger Fates that has, people farming for EXP and stuff like that. You do feel, it lag a bit, and then you have massive pop-ins, and that's the problem I had with the PS3 version. Mostly, when you were playing in the beginning, when everybody's still kind of doing the little phase and stuff like that. Yeah, it was tough to see, all these monsters popping in, and then other people popping in, and things like that. In the PC version, it didn't really have problems like that. Everything was straight for me. But on the PS4 version, as far as I remember, I was in the beta, and there was maybe 30 people just doing the beginning fate that you come out here. I think it's a level 3 or level 4 fate, and there was really no pop-ins. It was nice and smooth. It wasn't super smooth, but it was smooth enough to where you can actually see the difference from the PS3 to the PS4 version. For me at least, I didn't see no pop-ins. I saw everybody just running, as a train chasing that character. But one note, I think they did change that fate. I remember they really didn't. The character that you're fighting against didn't really move around that much. It was just in one spot, but they did change. But anyways, I'm going offhand here. Other than that, like I said, the game is still the same. Same game. You have your fates. You have your dungeons, your raids, and all of that stuff. So, it's still an MMORPG, yes, and it's still pay to play. You have, I think it's either, if I don't remember, it's $12.99 for a month. You could pay in months, 6 months to a year. I just do month by month because sometimes maybe I'll have, I don't really want to play it this month, maybe. Because I've been playing a lot of more DC Universe Online, so that is my go-to MMORPG game. This one's probably just gonna be, maybe if I want to play something else, and I kind of just jump in here and do a few little quests or things like that. So, but anyways, as you see here, I've got to the city. You get the little quests, little icons to tell you what to do. You have to do this and do that. They teach you how to what kind of controls you have, and you're able to use keyboard or mouse or a controller. I'm more of a controller, and you can use a keyboard. I don't know if I'm on a mouse. I haven't tried that out yet. I don't have an extra mouse. I don't really want to take my PC mouse and put it on my PS4, but for sure you can use a keyboard for typing and things like that. But as you can see here, this is just the first quest. You really just have to go to, what's her name again? Momo, or Mo something. Momdi. She is pretty much your beginning quest giver, and every time you complete a quest, you go to her, and that's pretty much that's how the game runs. You get quests, you do your quests, you go out and do different instances, and you get armor and things in EXP. That's the game itself. It's quite different from if you're a big fan of Final Fantasy XI. It's really different from that. I remember playing this game and I'm like, oh, let me go farm my monsters here real quick. Yeah, that's not the way to go, because it'll take you weeks before you can level up. But these games are all about quests. There are chances for you to kill some monsters, but you don't have to. You have to kill 4 or 5 of them, and then it goes into your monster handbook, and you get EXP for that. Or if you killed a certain amount of groups, you get EXP for that. So it's pretty cool. The little things like that kind of helps you level along the way. But what else can I talk about here? Oh yeah, in the beginning here, when you actually make your character, you have different races you can pick. That doesn't really matter too much. It goes into the game itself. Other than maybe a few little smaller stats that increases, like if you're a human here, if you pick the more of the bigger type of humans, I don't remember what they're called, but Highland humans, I guess, they're a little bit more stronger. They have a little bit more health and strength because they're more bulkier. These ones maybe have a little more, MP and things like that. So there's a lot of small nuances that changes in this. It depends on different race you pick, but mostly at the end it kind of equals up. Depends on what type of armor you put in it. You have all things like that. But when you do pick a job class like a gladiator, like a white mage, black mage, each one has a different starting city. So I picked the gladiator as my character. I don't know why I like gladiator in this game. I was never really a tank character, even in any other MMOs, but in this one I just like. In Final Fantasy XI, I was more of a samurai, and I got a trophy there. I was more of a, and you do get trophies. I don't know if you play, if I played it, I probably should log on to my character that I have. That's like level 43, I think so. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this game. I think it was like level 40 something, and 43, I think, 43 or 45. And I don't know if you get your trophies that you gone through the game already. I don't know if you get anything like that. But maybe I should log on and see what happens. But anyways, you can pick different job classes. Like I said, I'm more of a DPS type of person, but in this game I kind of learned how to play as a tank character. Your job is to pretty much protect your allies from damage. You pretty much grab what we call hate or aggro, whatever you want to call it. You grab all of that and you bring it to yourself. So that's the cool thing about it. Other than that, you have your like I said, you have your mage type. You have your melee type characters like a dragoon or a monk, and then you have your tank classes, which is only two as of as a class right now. There's only two of them. You have your gladiator and your warrior, maybe, I don't remember, marauder. I know marauders are second. I think it's just or whatever. I can't remember what they're called, but you have those. You have your healers. You have everything's kind of based off of that. Your groups are made up of 4 characters. So you have a tank, 2 DPSs, and a healer. But anyways, I'm going off track here. In this beginning part right here, I'm actually going to go and start up the main quest for the gladiator, because I kind of want to just get a little bit of action in here. I don't really want to just be talking to people and prolonging this video here. So the first thing I'm going to do here is talk to this person here, and he's going to actually give me the gladiator's quest, and actually have to talk to him one more time, and then I have to talk to that lady up there. So you see that picture there? She's actually behind us here. If you turn around, and that's Mila, and she's going to actually send me to go and kill some enemies, and then come back to her. So this is just a quick beginner's quest. It's actually a part of a long quest that kind of goes throughout the game. As a gladiator, you hit different levels, like 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, one of those levels, and then you can come back and do their quest. The beginning quest that I did was actually when I talked to the little guy the first time. It's actually part of a 3-part quest in the beginning here. You actually have to talk to her. You got to talk to you got to go and do the crystal over there, and then you got to talk to a person at the market, and then that's pretty much the quest. But like I said, I wanted to show off a little bit of the action here in the beginning. Once I get that done, the second video is where I kind of just go through. I kind of just want to go through the game itself. But like I said, I'm getting a little bit too ahead of myself, so I won't be talking about classes or parties and stuff like that. So, but right now I'm just trying to get this quest done. The quest is Way of the Gladiator. If you actually hit the, if I remember right, it is the touchpad button on the PS4. You can actually go to it. You can actually use the touchpad as a cursor. My hands, it was kind of sensitive. I kept hitting it sometimes, and it was just like the cursor will pop up. I'm like, what the heck? I don't need the cursor, and you know, you would have to hit it again to make the cursor disappear. But I think in this one, you just hit the cursor, and you can hit left and right and up like that to go to your little bar on the side there where it says Way of the Gladiator, and click on it. It actually shows you where it is. So, and this is the coolest part of Final Fantasy XIV is actually they actually show you where you have to go. They actually, like you see right here, this is where these are the enemies I have to fight. They're all in yellow there, and it shows the little red. If you see on the map on the top right corner there, you can see it being highlighted like red like that. So that's pretty cool. There, that's the coolest thing I like about Final Fantasy XIV, at least for different from Final Fantasy XI. 11 really didn't tell you because you really didn't have all these cool little quests you had to do. They kind of just said, "Hey, you just go to this area," and you're like scratching your head, like, what area is this again? I can't remember, but this is pretty cool. So when we get into battle here, you hit X and you go into your little battle. You have on the bottom there, you see your HP, your MP, your TP. HP and TP are what we're looking at because we are a gladiator, and every time we do a move, if you can see from the hotbar there, the R2 and L2, my R2, you hold R2, press circle, you actually do your little swift blade attack, or fast blade, I should say, a fast blade attack, and it uses 70 TP. TP kind of gains slowly as you keep fighting, or if you just stand still, it comes back pretty fast. So you kind of can spam a little bit, and then when you get a little bit more moves, you kind of really can't spam too much because it kind of eats into your TP. If you can see from what I did there, I did a sprint. It actually drains all your TP, and then it gives you a sprint of like maybe 20 or so seconds. And once that's done, you have to wait again. It's usually it comes back pretty fast anyways. Once it's done here, once I get close to having 100 TP, it should be back. But like I said, if you're a DPS or a person who causes damage, or a tank like a gladiator here, your TP is all what you have that lets you do moves. Other than that, your normal attack doesn't really do much damage. Like you see from there, it's doing like 2 or 3. It's just a great way to cause a little bit more damage when your fast blade is on a cooldown. So, and that's pretty cool. The game itself is a little different from 11. It's more fast paced. Like I said, I haven't played 11 in a while. Fortunately, I'll probably try to get back into that. I kind of want to get back into it. My brother and I have been talking about getting back into playing Final Fantasy XI again, and that's pretty much it. So, anyways, you're looking at trying to get through this mission here. I should have one more snapping shrew that I have to kill left to get the mission that's done. But this is pretty much it. This is Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn for the PS4. Looking a little bit different, look a little more sharper, a little more better, runs a little better, just all of that. So it's a game. If you're a big fan of MMO, this is a game I would probably pick up. Other than some of the free MMOs on the PS4, you're looking at DC Universe Online, which you need to do a subscription if you want to play further into the game. Warframe is a game that is pretty good for being a free to play too. It just takes a long time because there's a lot of grinding to get levels and items and stuff like that. So, like I said, this is Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn for the PS4. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys like any of my videos. Don't forget to hit the like button if you guys like my videos. Don't forget to check out my other videos. As of course, Wednesdays always my comic book days where I pick up comic books, and then every other 2 weeks is my on Tuesday, every 2 weeks is a video game pickup. So anyways, I leave this here because I'm pretty much done with here. I'm just going to turn in the quest. You guys can watch it, you guys could turn it off. Anyways, I'll see everyone next time.